I've got here in front of me the Eachine Micro Skyhunter. Doing an unboxing here. Looks like it came pretty nicely packed. Nicely wrapped. Box looks like it's pretty much intact there. That's good. So here's the main boxes. There's the fuselage. Looks like there's a 20 amp ESC in there. Pretty decent looking motor. Propeller. Nice and flexible. There's the camera. Tail booms. That looks like the tail section. It's nice. It's got a little cover over the servos. There's the wing. Alright. There's the other wing. Alright. And then we've got carbon spar there, and that looks like everything in the box. So I'm guessing that goes in there. It's nice looking. And these are going to mount It's got a little detent to run your servo wire in there. Very nice. This one will go on there. Okay. Cool. Really quick, going to go over getting your receiver bound before we move on. That out of the way. So I'm going to get my battery here. I've got the ESC servo plug available here. I'm going to put, this is my bind plug, I'm going to put this on the bind / battery port on my receiver. I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to make sure that my signal wire, the yellow one, is to the signal. And I'm going to plug that into my throttle channel. Now I should be able to plug in my ESC, and my receiver is going to go into a bind mode. You can see it's flashing right there. I'm going to hold my bind switch on my DX6i until I see that. Get a good length there. And it appears that we have signal connection. Now the ESC is calibrating there. Alright, and it looks like that's working. Very good. Alright, one thing I've noticed right off here is these little detents right here on the wing that these fit into. They are sloppy at best. So I'm gonna definitely use like a T-square to make sure that I get that, you know. I'll find something and use it as a T-square to make sure that I get that nice and square. Alright everybody, I'm back with the completed Skyhunter here. Graphics and all. It was very easy to put together. I just used a bit of E6000 because it was just the adhesive that I had around. And but I did score up the inside of the foam with my X-Acto knife on all the spots where I glued it before I glued it. And then I made sure I just actually used my little cutting board here. And when the wing is off, I was able to hold it right against the wing and make sure that I got these tail booms square when I glued those up, because there is, I mean, those little detents in there are mostly just for general lining it up. I don't think they're really meant to be super precise. All right, while I got it on the bench here, let's just really quick, I'm gonna throw a battery in it for you guys. Now, one thing I have read, and the strap came through these slots right here. I have read that the center of gravity is farther back than that first set of battery strap slots. So I moved it to the rear spot there. I'm going to put a bit of Velcro on there too, because I used the really coarse Velcro on all my batteries. Love that stuff. So as soon as you plug it in, the ESC is going to go through its calibration. And one tricky deal about this, I guess, since there's no flight controller or anything like that, is there's no arm control. You are armed as soon as you plug it in. So just keep that in mind, right? And I have, you can see on my radio there, let's see, I've trimmed it up just a little bit in order to get my, let's see, those are my ailerons, pretty much centered, and it's going to give me just a little bit of nose up flight with how they are right now. And then my elevator on the tail there, I've pretty much left. I haven't really messed with that much, but I might trim that so that it's up a little bit more too. It just depends on how it flies. But yeah, everything seems to control really nicely. No real slop or anything. Some of the control horns looked like they were a little sketchy, so I did tape over those with some of the tape too, just to make sure none of those popped through or anything. And like I said, I'm gonna get, I got a big old rubber band around here somewhere. Then I'm gonna do a big X around this to make sure that wing doesn't come off or anything in flight, or to make sure I don't strip those screws out. But other than that, it was really easy to put together. It seems to work really well right out of the box. I like the graphics, it looks nice. We'll see how the white is to see against the sky, especially here in the Northwest where it's always cloudy. But yeah, it was really easy to put together, and I can't wait to do more to this. I have lots of future plans for it. I'm going to try and cram like long range system into it and some crazy stuff like that. So